Hold on, you don't like? Are you gonna just go grab another arbor?
Yeah, because we're setting up a glimpse turn, right?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I
Uh,
don't think we care about. Actually, we're kind of happy they did that.
yeah, they tapped house. Yeah,
Yeah, they tapped out for no reason.
for a 1/1.
Yeah, this is like irrelevant in the matchup.
You know what? No, maybe because if they have a Mox Opal, then it
Sure,
makes
sure,
sense,
sure.
right? Oh, so it wasn't just me. Okay, everyone said that. I guess it did have a
Oh,
little
okay.
hiccup just
Sorry,
now.
chat. I promise it was not me.
Yeah, Newton kicked his router. Not a send no page to do it.
All right.
I believe
A
it.
little bit awkward here. I don't want them to like put the chalice back into play. Might have to bog it preemptively.
Do you want to do that for real?
What bog?
Yeah.
Okay, so the percentages here are if we glimpse, we get at least two draws here. If we do it the other way, I think we could play. We'll be down to one mana, but two draws.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
I think
If
it's
it,
correct actually to do that.
hold on,
I
hold on.
don't
You don't
think,
want to.
huh?
Oh,
There's two chalices.
you
Keep
don't.
that in mind.
You don't want a glimpse.
I think we can wait another turn
Okay.
because the problem is if we miss, we potentially lose to the chalice.
All right. Well, if you,
Okay, that's even
I
better.
mean, now you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, because my logic was that okay, if they get chalice, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can draw Green Sun Zenith.
Mm-hmm.
You can draw another Force of Vigor.
Uh huh.
You can draw Boseiju.
Uh huh.
And you can draw the actual Shepherd, right? And Natural Order. So it's like five different cards
We
that you
could.
have multiples
The
of them in the
problem is, I
deck.
think the glimpse gets better the more turns that goes on to though is the other reason.
Okay.
Thought
Huh.
monitor.
A 4 mana thought monitor, paying almost full retail.
I know it's literally a mall drifter there, right?
Yes, that's true. How you expect to win in Legacy playing cards like that?
Mall drifter is one of my favorite cards, by the way. All right, see, this is what I mean now. Right? Like our hand is so much better now. Uh, I think we glimpse here and then kill them next turn. There's no rush. They don't have any pressure. They gotta force this. Like if they have the force, they're doing it now. Yeah,
Shit. Okay.
that is my logic, right?
Oh,
Nice.
hold on.
Oh
You didn't bring progenitors, right?
no, I did not. I screwed up actually
Okay.
too fast there.
Oh, you can still do whatever you want to do, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I for
No,
some
no, no, you already
reason,
activated.
yeah, I'm like tripping out here. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We just wait one more turn now, essentially.
Right. But what if they draw Force of Will? Hmm?
Then we gotta do it again, right? They
Okay.
didn't.
Then it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
They can
Oh,
hard
they could
cast a Force of
hardcast
Will.
it.
Yeah.
They could hardcast it.
Look at that. Emery that has no targets.
Even if we're like nearing the territory to actually hardcast hook, anyways. Giant Helm.
Oh, that's true.
We gotta have you on stream more, Ramon. I don't want to jinx it, but we're nearing something very special right now that I
The
haven't
five
done. I
o
don't
10
think
0.
ever or once at most on stream. I think we do this.
Just play all the elves.
Yeah. If we draw it. The hoof.
Okay.
I
Oh,
mean,
it's just
it's just
icing on
too
a
good,
cake.
right?
Holy shit. What else? Oh, my son's not here
It is
anymore.
just
Okay.
too good right now. Oops, wrong one.
Wow. No, just the ones that are sick, right?
Yeah,
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 there you
yeah,
go.
yeah. I almost did it wrong.
I mean, it's not like it's gonna matter.
Mine's glitched out
Yay!
right now, right? Do you have
No,
it?
they don't have that.
Wow, Ramon, we gotta have you on stream more often. Like every time we have you
Ah,
on stream. I mean, not even every time. This is legit first time I think 5-0, 10-0 on stream, right? Like I've 5-0 on stream before, but not 10-0. I don't think.
this one also felt like,
It felt easy to be honest because some of the matchups
yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah. And
Okay, so
not that the opponents are bad. It's just I think they're
the matchup is bad. Yeah.
yeah, it didn't line up very well. Yeah, very similar to me. Like yesterday, I was playing Grixis and I got paired against Delver twice. So and then Newton the next night gets paired against that guy and Burn while he's playing elves.
Honestly, I think Burn is a better matchup or harder matchup than 8cast because Eidolon can steal games. It's just they didn't mold aggressively for it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, there's also yeah. They I think there's one also they miss a land drop too. So
Yeah, no, they hit it right. Like they just didn't have it. They played Gotham
I,
Guide.
oh, that's right. Yeah, they played a burn spell and then they played a creature. That's true.
Yeah, so I think we beat 8cast twice, like to essentially our best, better than D&T in my opinion. And then we beat Dead Guy, and we beat Burn, and then we beat who? Oh, Bat. That's also a good, like all good matchups essentially. I think the hardest matchup actually is Burn out of the ones we could be Dead Guy, depending on their hand and like the how they built the deck.
Right.
But uh,
Oh man, you beat like literally the best Magic Online player at the moment.
I know that's what I'm saying, right? I told chat, I beat 3-time Legacy Challenge champion right now, right here. We have four. I mean, it's pretty respectable, right? Like, I don't think that's. I mean, the nice thing is like without being in the mix for the trophy race, so to speak, right? I can just like freely test and not worry about like, oh, I need to catch up to whoever and whatnot. But like,
And
four.
I never tried to do that.
Uh, Speaking from my personal experience, from the two, speaking on my from personal experience, it can be a little bit taxing. Although to be fair, when I did it last season, the part that was taxing was at one point I got like double the amount the others did, and I
Yeah.
felt the obligation to try to keep it. Does that make sense?
Right. Right.
Right. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I think when that threshold was legal,
uh huh,
I think one time I don't know I got like over 12 trophies playing Bug Delver.
uh huh, uh huh.
It was actually a mix of Bug Delver and a Lurin at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still nowhere. I think what's the guy's name? MZ Frosty. I
Mm-hmm.
think he was the one that was like at the time he used to mostly get all the trophies.
Uh huh.
Um,
He's a very good
and I
player,
was
by the
like,
way.
yeah, yeah, and I was like, and I was playing like to me it
I'll bring up the
seemed
list
like a
again,
lot
by
of
the way.
leagues.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had like 10 leagues
Mm-hmm.
in a week or something. And then one time I was talking to Mott's Ule,
Mm-hmm.
the four color
Yeah, yeah, I know
uh,
I know Matt's.
ag-
Matt's Ellington.
yes, yeah, yeah. So I was talking to Mats, and then he's like, "Oh, I played like no 25 leagues now." Because like, holy shit, I'll
Mm-hmm.
never be able to catch up to these people. Like, no, I can't play that many leagues, and so it's so being the lead board is never gonna be something I can do unless.
I mean, I think it's like one of those things, yeah, especially since you have a kid. Like, I think like once we have a family, there's no way I can like ever do that again. I don't think. Like I
Oh, for
said,
sure, for sure.
the especially last season when I doubled up. I have the tweet somewhere, but
It would
especially
be a very
last
good
season
way
when I
for you to
doubled
get
up.
a.
Huh?
It'd be a very good. It would be a very good way for you to get a divorce and your kid hates you. Like,
There you go. Right? Yeah, I don't want to. My wife is already sometimes not too happy about me spending some weekends playing like the showcases, for instance. I won't play a normal challenge, but um,
just gonna start saying like you're too old to be playing video games.
exactly, right? Like,
Yeah.
but then that's different, right? But then when she wants a new purse, it's like, oh, you're okay. Your magic is gonna pay for that. I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, you can't have it both ways. But dude, I think I'm gonna bring up the deck list again for people who are coming in from Punishing Waterfalls. I don't think Punishing Waterfalls replied in the chat, but really appreciate the raid earlier and just casually 5-0, 10-0 right on stream. She did bring dinner last time. That's fair. I think we didn't really see the power of. Saga or Needle. Actually, the Needle is pretty cool. It shut off a mom, so I take that back.
That in that game it mattered, right?
For sure, it didn't matter. Yeah, because like we can just like
Because
start.
I think that
Go ahead.
I think that's how they win, right? Because if they give protection to the batter skull to get
Mm-hmm.
through your
Mm-hmm.
board, then it can get dicey, right? Because if you attack with progenitors, they get an extra turn, right? Because they'll go
Right,
up to
right, right, right.
24.
I
So
think I don't know. I think we're still favored, but it definitely like we're not like 100% in the clear. You know how you have these presidential elections that's like 90% precinct reporting or whatever, and then you have like 100% by the end, right? Like
right,
they declare. So if it weren't for the needle, I don't think like the projections could have declared us the winner, so to speak.
yeah.
um, Actually, this is pretty telling. The cyborg is functional on 13 out of 15, even 12 out of 15. So I think what Inigo is referencing is we did not use the two ley lines. I don't think we used actually the thought seizes either, to be fair. We only used the endurances
Did,
for
did,
sure. We used the force. We didn't use the run of fouls. So we actually only
hold on.
use one, two, three, four, five,
Did you
six,
did
seven
you bring
cards.
Thoughtseize against the band player?
No, I brought in the endurances.
Okay.
The logic is twofold. One, I want to deal with Earl, and two, I don't want to be weak to their potential. So, especially out of the honor log list, they have like Wasteland, but out of these straight ban control lists,
Hmm.
I think they run like back to basics sometimes. Like people always try to get me with that card, and sometimes they do. And so I
Right.
like endurance a lot against these Earl decks. You just
Oh, Tom's
naturally.
another guy Tom's another guy that used to run into like at the events around here.
Oh yeah, Tom is great. I was supposed to
Yeah.
stream with him. Like I know he streamed recently with one Mr. Lee, and hopefully that charity stream went well for Ukraine. But I
I was I,
know
I was trying to catch the time that Tom was streaming with him, but I
uh
didn't. I watched a little bit when he had Punish Waterfalls with him,
oh he did okay.
and I watched when he had Phil Gallagher with him.
Okay, I
Uh,
missed that. I only saw a little bit after the fact because I think it was Punishing Waterfalls that played into Max on Doomsday. So I know I saw that like that, but that was about it.
mhm. Oh, Max Carini wasn't there too.
No, no. This was Max Gilmore on his Murktide Regent
Oh,
list.
Max Gilmore.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
It's all the Maxes are combo players apparently now.
I guess, yeah.
There's another Max actually at my LGS. So we jokingly
Does he
refer
play
him
combo?
to. Yes, he does. He plays
Ah,
Ant, and he has played Doomsday in the past before I had Oracle, but yeah, both
yeah.
Maxes now at my LGS play Doomsday, which is funny.
Tempo Max.
Mhm. Should we run it back?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go get a beer real quick,
Okay,
and
sounds
I'll
good.
be
I
right back.
will take this time to use the restroom too, so we can be, in sync, so to
In
speak.
sync.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. I'll be right back as well.
Haven't seen the whole. How was the staff? Oh, how's staff? What staff? Are we talking about the staff that Newton's trying to play in Elves? I think that's what you're saying, right? What is it called? Voyager staff. Okay. Okay. Is that the one? Did I get it right?
I think they're talking about Voyager staff. I see staff
Yeah,
mentioned.
I had to look up the card.
Card is bad in my opinion. I
Huh.
tried it and did not think it was good. Let me respond to a few messages right now.
Mhm.
So what was I gonna say? Yeah, I think the thing for those of you who are interested in this new list with the mini saga package, I think what you'll realize is the difference between needle and the second target is just ginormous. Um, and actually, Romario, one second.
Yep.
So I don't know how much did you follow up my messages recently. Do you get the logic behind the needle or no?
Uh, sorta.
Okay, so I guess
I mean,
for Romario, go ahead.
I mean, it's kind of like a catch-all kind of card, right? So.
It is, and it just so happens. So the reason why I wanted to test this is because I mentioned this. I think at the beginning of the chat before. I think when you were still at dinner, was
Mhm.
that I want. This is only possible because of the printing of Beseju. It just means we don't need Assassin's Trophy anymore, and just like frees up multiple slots in the sideboard.
Mhm.
Trophy, but in particular, was a three of, and now we're just like we don't even care, right? We don't even need removal because we just have it main. But it freed up three slots, and then for a while, I wanted to try Saga plus Needle. The reason being is because there are certain combo matchups where Reclaimer is not very good. I mean, I know I say it's the best creature in Legacy, but believe it or not, it's not perfect. At least not yet. And then in the matches where Bog is not relevant, it just a lot of times doesn't do anything unless you've already disrupted it, and sometimes you can get a Cradle, but that's about it, right? Like the reason why I like Saga is because ideally you can go like turn one Thoughtseize, turn two Reclaimer plus something else, turn three on your draw step. If you don't have anything relevant, you can activate Reclaimer for Saga. It'll get two counters that turn, two lore counters. I think
Mhm.
that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Chapter.
then on the turn four you get Needle, and if you look at the mapping in Legacy, Needle tends to be very good in a lot of the matches where Bog is not, like the Dark Depths matchups, the Sneak and Show matchup where like Bog is not very good, um, even against like Tony Scapone on Ruby Storm, it's good against that artifact. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the flip version of Burgi.
Hmm. Yeah,
What else? It's good
horn of
against
something. Yeah.
lands, huh?
Yeah, horn of something. Yes.
Horn, yeah, the horn, right? And it's
Yeah.
even good against D&T because you can shut off Mom, you can shut off GTA. Notably, I know Ethan, I don't know if he's in chat right now, has mentioned that he lost to Peacekeeper recently. It means you can actually beat Peacekeeper through Mom now, right? Like you tutor up the pithing needle to needle their mom, and then I mean that sounds wrong, but and then you can just tutor up the grist, right, and deal with the Peacekeeper that way. Otherwise, you should still be favored big time against D&T, but now you have an out, right?
Yeah. Needle their mom.
I know, right? That sounds wrong, but it is what it
I mean,
is.
unless you didn't say plow their mom or push their mom.
Right now it's just needle their mom, which is very phallic as well, right?
Yes.
All right. I think with that said, anything you want to mention? Otherwise, should we just start another league?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
And the
Oh,
reason
he's
why
gonna
I'm
clip
not
that.
playing, go ahead.
No, Inigo said he was gonna. Clip this.
The reason why I'm not playing a second target is I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's nearly as impactful as Needle.
What is iskitit? Is that?
That's true. We don't want
Let
their
me.
moms to get tapped.
Oh Lord.
Looks like we're playing against Aikata. So what do you think about this one, Romario?
I think you keep right.
Yeah, I like this hand a lot. It's got some very situational cards, but it can play Magic, so I like it actually. The Once Upon a Time helps a lot. I think actually Romario, I think I really remembered just now. You don't play for Once Upon a Time, huh?
No, I still have only three.
Oh, you gotta change that.
I mean, slipped
I
up.
think this card is incredible, Romario. I think I get why three, but I think now that I've played four enough, I don't think I can ever go back to three, for what it's worth. For those of you who, oh, there you go.
You get the crate away. Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, the logic to not play four and play three, two is absolutely wrong in my opinion. Three, there is some merit to, and it
Oh man.
means a couple of things. One, you have extra slot, and two, you're less likely to draw two in your opener.
What is
That's
shit?
the
Oh,
probably
never
the main
mind.
reason.
I thought you were gonna get bolted and wastelanded. At least
I know that would have been really bad, right?
it was just the half of what I said.
I know, but it's already on the. We're a little iffy already.
I mean, if they daze, it's kind of okay, right?
Yeah, I.
Let you attack? No, right?
I'm
I,
like debating it. Actually, probably not because if they bolt us, we're dead, right?
yeah.
We also want to visionary into the burst lord, so probably not. There's that too.
Okay.
Right? So
Okay.
yeah, if they have double removal, we just die, right?
No, I think they're probably looking for a
A
wasteland.
wasteland, yeah. Yeah, they did it on upkeep because they want to just screw us out of the game here.
Right.
Nope.
They're
All
trying
right.
to give you a chance for you to mess it up.
Yeah. Ooh, they are
Oh, they don't
missing
have.
land drops.
Ah. Okay.
All right.
I mean, that's a really good.
That is a insane draw actually. I think here
Do
we
you
can
just bog
attack.
them now?
Yeah, I am gonna bog for sure because we have to hit land drops too, and it actually
Right.
taps for endurance, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it also plays around in case they just like top deck fetch, Merc Titus. Like
Right.
ideally, you don't want to pitch endurance. Like I've done it like in emergency, but it's like really bad.
Yeah, it's much better if you can cast it, right? God, stop it.
I know, right? Jesus, this person just really just trying to hate, cheese a win here. Can't you just play fair magic? Oh, actually, no. They're
Ah,
trying to hit a land. That's what it is.
that's what you get.
I know. I think they're missing. Oh, no, okay. It's the
Oh,
second land. That's why they kept it on
okay.
top.
That's a Delver.
Yeah, it's okay. I think here.
Did you play the Visionary?
Nah, I
Oh, you
think
like? Are you going like? Okay, okay. No, that's
I think
probably
we
fine.
sequence it better here, like to play around days, right?
Okay.
Like at least if they daze us, we still got the heritage on the board. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. We could also play Oof.
I don't think oof is
Oh,
that's even better, right?
okay, yeah. So if they don't play a Wasteland, you just. I mean, it doesn't matter. You still get the Arbor, right?
If they play Wasteland, probably not because if they
No,
bolt
wait, no,
us,
no, they're gonna Wasteland the Guy's Cradle. They're not gonna.
sure. I just don't want them to Wasteland and bolt the Arbor, if that makes sense. But then I guess
I mean, but
they would should
I
bolt
mean
the heritage, yeah.
that also would be the third bowl too. So
Yeah. You never know with these Delaware players. It's like playing
that's
against Burn,
true.
right? Yeah. So Days is pretty dead now, unless they find Wasteland. Also, they just want to turn on Delirium and whatnot, or get
Right.
closer to Murktide.
But they flipped a force wheel. I don't know if you noticed that
Okay, that is good to
with
know.
Delver.
Thank you. I definitely did not pay attention there.
Oh,
So Romario is a much better streamer than me because I can only do one thing effectively at a time, whether that be chat, talk, or a play. So debatable on both, to be honest. But Romario can do both.
it's a lot easier for me. I'm just watching now, so it's like
No,
I
but you also streamed though. To be fair, and I mean, I felt as far as I remember, I think the last time you played this list, I think you like 5-0, right?
did.
Yeah.
That is
See, there
actually
you
true.
go. So there's the chain lightning. Yeah, this is like a burn deck, right? More or less.
It seems fine though, right? Because you can just
It is. I'm trying to bait out the. It's interesting that they left.
they're swinging for six though. Okay. So I mean, they have a forcible hand. That's what it is. So I think you have to fetch for the arbor, right?
Agreed. Because we
And then
want
if
more
you
mana.
draw, so I think if you draw the shepherd, we're in very good shape, right?
Even if we don't, I think they have to force the glimpse.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean you have no choice, right,
Okay.
homie?
This might be one of those games that you just hard cast Archon.
It could be. I think
So I
three,
think hold
four,
on, isn't
five.
bad if you
Go ahead.
yeah just cast the endurance. I was gonna say cast endurance and collect roof, but
So we have 4 mana here. I think what we do here is we can do everything we want. We just go oof, and then we endurance
yeah,
here.
yeah,
I don't
that's what I was
think we
gonna
mess
say.
around, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just play endurance.
Yeah.
Is there any reason to do this on their turn? Because they're only gonna draw one card, but that's kind of.
I would not. I don't think.
I guess like what's the worst they can draw like a days, but you can pay for the
Well,
days.
well they can draw Murktide, right?
You know what? Yeah, that is a good reason not to do it in their turn.
Yeah, like this just
They
locks up the game,
conceded?
like straight up.
What? But they're 16 life. Why they conceded?
I think they know. The problem is they're stuck now, right? They can't get through this endurance.
Okay. All right.
All right, 1 second. Let me. I just realized I have these missed messages from you.
Oh man, you didn't even answer me.
I answered you though. I
No,
answered
I'm
you
just
on
kidding. We're
Discord.
talking right now. Like,
I know, right? All right. I think so. There is some internal debate lately about the natural order package, whether it's needed or not against Delver. I know
mhm.
right now a lot of L players are really struggling in this matchup, and I think the answer is not natural order. I think the answer is you just play more run of fouls, because I think trying to resolve a
Raffles
4 mana
card.
spell against Delver is not gonna end up well in most cases.
You don't like Pinheiro here?
So okay, so there is some discussion on this. You think Needle is good here in this matchup? I
I think
actually
if you can
don't,
get
but
the
huh?
if you can aim Wasteland, it seems pretty good.
You could, but the problem is, I think it kind of is a bad top deck, right? Like you have to guess if they have Wasteland, and they can also borrow it and then Wasteland you, and then still
Yeah,
you have a dead card.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes,
Like you know what I
your
mean?
deck, your deck's not that kind of deck for you to.
This is the type of deck I think you want the games to go long and want your top decks to be live, and this is
Hold
kind
on,
of an iffy top deck.
you don't like to have Archon in the deck?
No, I don't think so. I think you want every card to be castable. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like this is how I've always played this. Well, not always. Ever since I like have become more familiar, so to speak, with this matchup. I used to keep it natural order, but
Oh, this is
a
pretty
lot
good.
actually died Helm.
Jada Helm, Haim. Rich Kesson.
You
It's
would
a
keep
Rite of
this,
Flame
right? This is
Frequency.
like pretty good, I think.
This is pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's got 2 of each. It's a not. I think we only want one glimpse anyway, so that's fine.
So do you spam Allosaurus Shepherds on them, or you just try to?
I think Druid, right?
Okay.
Because they're more well. This is like more important, and if they have removal, Shepherd Heritage becomes worse anyways.
Right. Oh, there's a Force of Will.
Also, another reason is to essentially make keep them off their toes, whether we have Shepherd or not.
Right.
Whereas it's easier for them to play around Heritage Druid, if that makes
I
sense.
mean, they're probably just looking for end festivities, right? So,
Probably, yeah. Probably.
yeah.
I think the
Oh,
line here.
Jedaham. Another thing you can do too. You can on a turn that you cast Glimpse of Nature. If you cast Endurance the way you're saying, like you can also draw a card.
Yeah, I have done that a good amount.
That's actually something that comes up a lot.
All right.
So it's one turn too late. Once upon a time.
I know, right? What is that all about? I'm gonna fetch here in case they have like Stifle or something random first. I
Mm-hmm.
think the line here is it's. I think it's Heritage into Shepherd. So we force them
Yeah.
to if they have removal, they have to burn it on the Druid.
Right.
It seems like they might have removal here. Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I mean. I think they do.
No, I do.
Wow, they targeted the wrong
Which
Heritage.
means that means they don't have end of festivities.
Unlikely, yeah. Unless they top deck or whatnot, but yeah, unlikely.
Right.
They also targeted the wrong Heritage, so we got a free attack.
Yeah. If they lose exact zero life, you know what happened.
But this is what I mean by like it's harder for them to play around Shepherd because they have to guess that we have it. Whereas Heritage, they just have to count the number of elders on board.
Man, that guy, this Shepherd, I don't want to ever want to play less than four.
Yeah, I can see that. You can move the Oof to the sideboard, or I think the Endurance is probably too flexible not to play main deck. But you can
Uh-huh.
move. So that's the other thing that Romario and I were having this discussion about. So another reason why he has three once upon a time is because it allows Romario to play the fourth Shepherd.
Oh man, you're gonna have a good turn though.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, there's Submerge or whatnot, but
Good shot.
I don't think Gunshot is like very good. Well, actually, no, they have a land, so there's that.
Yeah, but still, what are they gonna do? Empty their hand?
They could, yeah. All right, I think we have no choice but to go for it now, right?
Yeah, glimpse
Yeah.
first.
Glimpse first, check.
Now they
This is
have to do the
also
same thing
nice, right?
again.
Because it plays around days. In case it matters.
Right. Ooh. Oh man. About to have a good turn. I just need a Cradle now.
I know, right? We're gonna speak into existence.
Okay.
I think. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay. You could uh actually make the play we just talked about.
The kill the endurance.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's good though. No, no,
They have
you could no because okay, so if you cast endurance,
we draw. We know what's on top.
yeah.
I think it's worth it.
But then hold on a second. So what do you want to cast? No, no, hold on, before you do that.
Uh huh.
Isn't it better for you to pitch glimpse?
Why
Because
glimpse?
then
Oh, you can. So
okay,
we can hit
because
it once.
right, right, you can cast once after you're done. Yeah. Because then you're gonna
Um,
because then you're gonna draw the shepherd, right?
we're gonna draw the shepherd. We're gonna get to three mana, and then the once guarantees another draw. The glimpse
Correct.
though is good on the next turn, but bad at the moment. But that is
The other
reasonable
options,
though, huh?
the other options is just to play the land and pass. But I don't know what you
No,
think.
we're definitely not playing a land. We have to pitch because we know is at least draw two, right?
Yeah, I think if you're gonna do that, then I think you have to
I think it's
pitch
the
a glimpse
once.
then. Once? Okay.
Because I think the upside of glimpse is too much high. It's too high.
Okay.
And we have two. Well, literally one draw here, but
Okay. So you're gonna play a land now and then play shepherd. Yeah, I guess if you draw a 1 mana elf, right?
I mean it's
Oh,
even better, right?
okay. There you go.
I think we take our thought cast here.
Yeah, yeah. Another. If you draw like a wirewood symbiote. Oh, I mean that's good too, right? You can just. Would you green some zenith here?
Probably not. We get
Oh no,
blown
no,
up.
you green some zenith for another endurance, right? Later.
or Grist. I don't think we want to get Arbor and get blown out by it in the festivities here.
No, no, Arbor's not good. Yeah, yeah. I think you just go get. I mean, we don't know we're gonna draw the next turn, but I think it's reasonable for you to green sense in for endurance.
Yeah, I think endurance is perfectly fine. Like they're gonna waste us here. That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't really
whatever.
care.
You see how much mana we have on the board, son?
I know, right? We're about to
Yeah, because
lock
like,
up this game right now. Yeah,
yeah,
Delver's not gonna
yeah.
cut it.
I think endurance is looking better here.
The greedy line is to once for a creature. I'm sorry, for a land.
I think you do that.
I think so too. I think the upside is too high.
Yeah.
There's the land.
That's
Oh, there's the
that's
natural
actually endurance
endurance.
there. Yeah, that
Even
might be better.
better. I
Yeah,
think yeah, we take the natural endurance here.
yeah. And they just cast it, I guess.
Let me think. Is there a reason not to do it though?
Because they do have a card in hand, so there is a. I think there's a reason. Because well,
I think we do it on their upkeep to save mana. So I think
okay, no, no, it makes sense.
we
Yeah,
bash now.
with the big guy, right?
Yeah, because we're not gonna tap it. We've already committed to the endurance, and
Right,
we're gonna do
and
it
he
on
just doing
upkeep.
right.
So if they have
Right.
something, we waste their
No,
mana.
it's better because if they
I think we see what this card is first.
right, there's a
Brainstorm. I
brainstorm.
think we do it
So
now.
yeah, I think it. Yeah, it'd be really nice to find a cradle next time we cast Once Upon a Time.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna have to brainstorm first, right? Oh, they could have no, they don't have anything. They don't even cast brainstorm?
I think
The
they
fuck?
need to save it probably. Um, I think we can actually get Grist here and just start plussing, but then we get blown out by Submerge. So I don't think I like that.
I just want
Um,
to guess. I would just go Grease here for another endurance, and then they can't never attack you. But there's also like I think Once Upon a Time first makes more sense
yeah, I think we once
because
first
I
to
think if you
see.
find Cradle,
Yeah,
yeah,
that like completely would change the line.
holy crap,
I
look at that
think we
Cradle.
take the bog probably.
Bog? Why not just get the Bayou?
Uh,
Because you're gonna turn them into
yeah.
a Cradle with the Reclaimer, right?
Actually, no. We want the fetch. We want the. Well, we're gonna rotate
We're in nine
anyways.
life though.
We're gonna rotate anyway. So, because the reason why is the run of foul we want to go towards the top. I think we actually take the bog because we could just naturally do that and not have to reclaim
Okay,
it for it. Because our line is gonna be we're gonna Dino bash them next turn with the cradle. So I like that
okay.
actually.
So you're just gonna play the Arbor and say go.
Yeah,
Okay, and then
and
turn
they're
the
on a one
forest
turn
into
clock
a
essentially.
right. Okay, so you're gonna turn the forest into a Cradle.
Yeah,
Okay. And I completely ignore the chat.
it's a little bit dangerous though because they have to. It's annoying.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Actually, I think we let it live. I mean, we let that happen actually.
You're just gonna do it in a turn anyways.
Because in the event, well, actually, they
Okay,
know
no,
the
no, it makes sense.
bog. No, they know the bog is actually already in hand.
No, no, but it makes sense because if you wanna, because you might want to block
The
the
DRC,
chan. Yeah. I mean, what's the advantage of doing this?
we get another land.
Yeah, I guess maybe it makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I think we.
Because it can swing for four.
Actually, we should have let the bog. I messed up. Now we could be dead to like submerge or bolt.
Uh,
So we screwed up. We should have left the bog in the deck because what that does is it means we can bog them still in case they try to get delirium with DRC. Now we're a little bit susceptible to that.
yeah.
So might have punted it right now.
Oof. If they can put a creature in the graveyard, that's
Yeah, creature into graveyard into like removal or something or bolt. Sorry, bolt or submerge.
it doesn't look like they have
We
it.
have to block here
Oh, for sure, yeah.
if they attack. But okay,
No,
that's
so
good.
they don't have it. They don't have anything then.
Yeah. I
I
think
think
here
they're
we're
dead
gonna
on board, right?
bash. Huh?
They're kind of dead, right?
Yeah, because they're gonna just loot their whole board and we're gonna bog them, right? I think we don't want the fetch for a few reasons, Dustin. The one big one is the life, right? So I think it's either the bayou or the bog. The bog we did so we can naturally bog them, but then we left ourselves a little bit open, right? Like,
Popeye,
Yes.
I want to play some Pine Town.
Okay.
yeah, I think in hindsight, the line there is you take the bayou. Yeah, now it's over. Didn't even need
Yeah.
our runner fouls here.
Wow, that's a good start to the next league.
I know. We are so far 6-0, 12-0.
What's Pine Town? Mm, I want to play some Pine Town.
And the reason not to take the fetch is because we know we're gonna rotate end of turn regardless. So we can shuffle the runner files back into the deck, right? Instead of being on the bottom. This person is on Get AL a lot of times.
This person? Okay.
I think so, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Looks like D&T potentially.
I mean, it could still be that guy over.
Could still be that guy. Yeah. I think here actually against these white decks, you know that they're not a blue player because this would be snow. So I think you lead with the worst card, which is Shepherd. Like this is a dead giveaway, unfortunately.
Oh,
The blue players probably have snow. Okay, looks like they're on depths.
yeah, I can wear depths, right?
Yeah. I think here we have to play it safe.
So just get a basic.
Yeah. As much as I don't really want to do it, but I think we have to. Like, what I realized more with this version is like fetching end of turn Cradle. Sorry, not Cradle. Arbor doesn't come up as often with this version because there's no Queen Raker
Hmm.
to protect, right?
Right, right.
The line, like the second Arbor is still really irrelevant. It's just in a different way. You fetch it via Reclaimer, so the line is like different, if that makes sense. Like I think a lot of newer Elf players, or at least on this version, Cradle Control, are not really aware of that line, and you're losing a lot of percentage points as a result. Because it's not intuitive, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Knight of the
Not in the
Reliquary.
reliquary. Yeah.
You have a knight. This is one of those situations here I don't bounce. I need the mana. Yeah. I think we just fire off the glimpse here. Both glimpses, actually.
Try to find a cradle, I guess.
Yeah. Or just in creatures in general. We have to hit at least one creature here.
Oh, like a 1 mana.
Oh, no, no. Ugh.
Hey.
The worst timeline just happened right now. I think here we play the Bayou and then
Hold on, hold on. Why don't you once upon a time?
we can't. We don't have the mana.
Yeah, you do.
We oops. No, we needed to play the Bayou to have the mana. So what I did was I played the Bayou so I can end step once upon
No.
a time.
What if you find a
Oh, and endurance.
endurance? Yeah.
That could be worth it. That's a good point. I did not think about that. I didn't want to give them, if it makes sense. I didn't want to give them. Well, the problem is if we find even if we find the endurance, we have to pitch the natural order, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we want to do that in this matchup.
Okay.
Like
Can they
natural
keep a
order
card?
is like an A or 10 out of 10 or whatever you want to call it in this matchup. It sucks that our whatever missed.
So I think now you have to try to find a Cradle EOT, I guess.
For sure, yeah. Visionary here is pretty good too.
This deck doesn't play Glacial Chasm, right?
It
Oof.
could, but it's usually in the sideboard. We have the answer now for their Merit Lage, but is it worth it? Is the problem. Um,
Uh, s-
Probably. I don't think the symbiote's
Wirewood
good.
Symbiote.
It's that or the symbiote, right?
But Sage or Symbiote, right?
I think we take the Besage in case our draw is not good here.
Okay. Yeah, so you can have a way to deal with Merit Lodge.
Right, right, and buy more time essentially.
Mm.
Huh. I think we wait.
Uh, Hold on a sec. Is that a reason to wait? Because they're going to start wastelanding you, right?
They could wasteland one land, I guess.
Since since they have Yavimaya, you're always going to have green mana, right? I guess.
I think we wait a turn.
Okay.
If they want to waste the Bayou, I mean, we can't stop that anyways. I feel like they're gonna go for the combo though, but
No, I think they're
whatever.
going to wasteland first. Oh, never mind. I mean, they saw you getting Boseiju, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't. It seems like they should be going for the aggro plan now. The problem is we needed to hit one creature off the glimpse, and we didn't.
Right. And you draw two cards too, so it wasn't like,
It was like a pretty good chance.
oh man.
That's not what I want to see. I think we have to bounce here. That's a giveaway. We have glimpse, but I mean we have no choice.
Eh, sort of, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a giveaway, but they can kind of assume
It's
that's.
Romario, decent. And
Oh
decent
yeah,
has a 4 month streak, by the way.
they're gonna try to go for it.
I guess. Makes no
Interesting.
sense to me. I don't understand. Like, did they not pay attention? What's going on?
I mean, I guess they can sack to
I know, but they're
not
just
the
like
reliquary.
wasting a lot of mana, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what they're doing.
I think we are both on the same page. That's what they're doing, but they should be wasting us.
There's a flag of troke here. I mean,
That's
flag
pretty cool,
stones.
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot really mana intensive, but they could just like be attacking our mana.
Right. So are they gonna sack reclaim right now? I mean, with the reclaimer to grab. I mean, I guess they can go for their combo next turn again. I think you want to fetch here, right?
I agree. I think we get the arbor and we have to try to go off now. Like we have a one
Right.
turn window. We can't kill them this turn outside of like a crazy hand, but we can at least pressure. And actually, I tapped wrong. I should have tapped this. I don't think it matters here, but um, yeah, let's do it this way, I guess.
Just draw Cradle, please. Hmm.
The good thing about this is like if we do hit a Cradle.
Oh,
Ooh,
there you go.
there you go.
Hmm.
Now a Wirewood would be nice. I think we
Mm,
pass. We can't kill them, right?
hold on a second. How many? One, two,
We
three,
have two
four, five,
attackers.
six. Six. So 11. Yeah, you killed them, right?
Okay,
Or-
let me think. So
Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures, right?
yeah, so that's 18, right?
They block with 4. They still take 4. They go to 1 life.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that good enough? Because next turn they're gonna have 2 untapped Night of the Reliquaries that can.
Do stuff, right? We lose the
Yeah.
swords here, notably, but they have two in the yard.
I mean, I'll go for it, but
Also, they don't have green. I just realized, so they can't crop rotation, and then what you put them to one?
no, they have green. They have green because they have
Oh yeah, they
Yavimaya.
have green.
Everyone has green.
I think we pass, honestly.
Okay, you don't want to play the Bayou at least,
No, no, I think we pay the volume and pass because this is like not very safe here, in my opinion.
isn't it? Because you're gonna put them on 1 life though.
I don't think it's worth it, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I like decent. Also thinks we should wait because we have the cradle, right? Like we don't care if they waste our stuff right here.
Oh, there's a
We can
Sylvan
win
Library there
through
too.
Merit Ledge.
Okay.
The problem is if they have a crop rotation in hand or a swords, we just get blown out. I just don't think it's worth it. They can waste us if they want. We have the cradle in hand that they don't know about,
Oh, play some Tiny Town.
and they can't kill us here.
No, I want to play some Tiny Town.
Presumably, right? Like
Are you listening to me?
I guess there is a line where they can just like double Sajiri step or something else.
No, I don't think so. Well, I think the Knights are gonna be very big. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like
I forgot
big.
about Sajiri step, so we could be dead here.
No, you're 19 life. No, they can't kill you.
Well, the knights are 8 each, right? If they had double Sajiri step, Reclaimer's one of them. I don't know if they're up 2 or not, but very interesting scenario here, actually, that I did not think about. Maybe they'll tunnel vision in the combo.
They have 3 cards in hand.
All right, they're attacking.
You have to block.
I'm gonna block with the land, right?
Yeah.
They can waste us anyway, so I don't think we care.
Right.
Some play 2, but yeah, it's usually 1. I have seen like 2 is not uncommon. It's a guardian.
Well, okay. So hold on a second. Just hindsight 2020. But if we had gone for my line, it would have been dead now.
That's true. Although
Oh no,
if
no,
they
no,
have
no.
the
We would
crop
still have
rotation or
the.
swords, we die too, though. Keep that in mind.
No, no. We will still have the Visionary and the Reclaimer up there. Never mind. I mean the Reclaimer and the Shepherd. Never mind. We wouldn't be dead. You just wouldn't be able to
All
block
right,
with
now
a.
now they're legit dead. There's
Yeah,
no out now. They're,
they opened up a
I don't like
big
running
window.
in the hoof personally when they have mana up. Like that's like to me is like very scary.
Makes sense. Uh, just for, I don't think it's very common to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But Shepherd turns everything into 5/5s, right?
It does. We didn't have the mana, but yes.
No, no. So like, let's say if we had the mana,
Uh-huh.
if we activate a shepherd, is it better to activate after hoof triggers, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. It's a layering.
I know, because okay.
So
And same thing with reclaimer, right? Reclaimer would be
yeah, it doesn't matter either way.
no. Is reclaimer a 5/5 or is it 5/5 plus a plus
It's a
two plus
seven
two?
seven,
A 7/7. Okay.
regardless of when you activate it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we stole game one. I think they should probably be, and then we finally get to bring. Well, we did this once earlier, but I think nice being able to bring in the package here. That's what she said. So earlier, Romari and I were talking about Michael Scott and
That's what I was thinking about too.
and The Office, right?
The other day I was watching that episode
Uh
when they go back like the worst times that happen at the office.
huh.
And there's a small section that Jim's like, oh, remember like when you're trying to not say this what she said?
Uh-huh.
And they have these flashbacks of all the times that people say things are very obvious in front of Mike Scott.
Yeah, and he's trying
And then
so
at the
hard not to
last
do it. Yeah.
yeah, and then at the last one he can't resist like this. You're like, oh, this thing is so big, and he's like, ah, that's what she said.
Yeah. Man, that show is awesome.
It is. I tried
But
to watch the British one time. No, I don't know. I didn't think it was that funny.
yeah, I can see that. Ooh, this is
I mean, and
hard.
I usually do like British humor, but in that
Mm.
case was yeah. But The Office is amazing.
What do you think, Mole? Right?
Yeah, that looks like a mole.
Yeah, we need a second land. Like, there's a lot of games against depths. You just lose because they just wasteland you out of the game. There you go. This is way better.
Yeah.
Would you lead it here with Shepherd or Reclaimer? I think Reclaimer and force them to play removal, right? You can't just allow them to tap out with neither rail card or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I was having such a hard time trying to play against this deck when I was playing elves like
I think
all the
if you
time.
know your opponent is like one of the, I think it's a lot better now for whatever it's worth. Ramon because of the runabout and
Double Sage.
the Beseju and the Needle. But I think if you know your opponent's gonna blindly play removal regardless, then you run the Shepherd out. But I usually assume my opponent knows what they're doing.
Oh man, crop rotation.
Uh-oh, do they have the turn one?
Uh, they need a second crop rotation, and then they can do it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, they're missing white. Sure,
Oh,
that's.
come on.
Ugh. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, I think we slammed the Visionary here.
Yeah.
Glimpse next turn.
You can't figure out what playing pre-modern. Play goblins, like you said, Karen Lynch. I'm gonna play elves.
Elves is sweet and pre-modern. I don't know if you know my friend Robert. He'll post sometimes in the pre-modern server, but
Uh-huh.
I know he's big on the ooh.
Do you
Uh,
just name Reclaimer or Attachment Stage?
I think we probably named Thespian Stage and forced them to deal with it, especially since they used one ending already. The art, the, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah, I think the line here is. I don't. Okay, I don't think we want to expose the Cradle because we want to definitely get projected this next turn.
Yeah, I don't think you did that either.
So I think if we're gonna do that, we name the needle. This is funny. They have to do it right, like in response.
Right. So you're just gonna name Attachment Stage, right?
Natural drawing stage. Yeah, I'm just gonna name Destiny stage because that means they have to beat us fair, and I don't think they can. You know what I mean? It's not
Right.
impossible because there's a mana denial plan, but it's not easy. You don't even need the saga. You just naturally draw it all the time, right?
Here you go. And then
Uh,
do you green sensitive for the thing, right?
the arbor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
The
don't
by
think
the
we
thing.
want to leave the whatever exposed here.
Right. You can attack for one too.
I know we can even bash for one. Yeah. And even if they pay a cage or something, we still have the glimpse live. There's the knight. Okay.
Okay. Oh, never mind. They had to tap the.
Sure.
All
All
right.
right.
This is the turn to do something, Newton.
All
This
right.
is the turn, man.
There's two lines here, right? We could get greedy
Well, let's draw first before like.
and glimpse, but we potentially hose ourselves, right?
Uh I think you cast at least one glimpse, right?
If you cast one glimpse here, we can still hoof if as long as we sorry as long as we don't draw the progenitors.
Say hoof or
Sorry, progenitors. We
progenitors.
definitely get progenitors here, unless we're
Okay,
going out full on glimpse. That's the other line.
right. I think you cast one glimpse and see what you draw, right?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Mm,
I think we do it now.
yeah.
We have no choice now, but
Oh, hold on. Don't you want to sack the arbor?
no,
Okay.
I think we want the mana.
Okay.
I rarely like, especially since this is a matchup where Shepard is bad too.
Mm-hmm.
Technically speaking, they can beat us with a Merit Lake still by spending 30 mana.
Or they can remove the
They
needle, I
can
guess.
play prismatic ending too. Yeah, there's that.
But they already played the one prismatic hand.
I don't know how
So
many they have. It can't be more than like two, I think.
five. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, I mean, they can definitely play four, right?
They could play four. I don't think it's four though.
No,
Huh?
because they're playing three colors though.
Yeah,
So like for them to have four is not crazy. They play 69.
there you
That's what
go.
she said. There you go.
Yeah. So the alternative line was to not glimpse there and then glimpse the following turn if we needed.
So they only have one card left in hand.
Mm-hmm.
They're tapping green. That means they do not have the thing.
What do they have? Wasteland maybe?
It's probably Wasteland, which is
Yeah.
yeah, cool, man.
Which is I don't think we care, right? Like
No,
we're probably
absolutely
they're
not.
probably gonna chasm us pretty soon, but I think with this we feel pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention we could get,
Well,
start to
yeah,
get cute with the
they're
saga.
gonna have to answer. They're gonna have to answer like a sorcerer speed, so you know
Mm-hmm.
what's going on, and not a civil
Two
library.
libraries.
That doesn't really do anything, I think.
They can
Not
eat
after
more
you get
life.
hit. Yeah, but after you get slapped in the face for 10.
Well, presumably they're probably gonna reclaim it here for chasm potentially. I don't know, but probably take 10, right?
No. Yeah, they're gonna take 10.
I think they're gonna
Whoa.
chasm.
Do they have Chasm?
They do. I wouldn't do it here is the only thing, but maybe they just
Fuck.
want to do it here because they need a draw, right?
Son of a gun.
They play tabernacles. Like there's a lot of hate for some reason against elves. Like even though nobody plays elves at the moment,
Hmm.
it's
They
got to
don't
be
have
chasm.
Chasm.
Like what else are you
No,
doing?
they don't have it.
Oh, they made it. Yeah, maybe they don't have it.
They look through their decks like, oh shit, I don't have it.
They bring it in. Not. I don't think. To be honest, I don't think chasm saves them here. I don't think they can beat unless they have the ending.
Oh, they do have Chasm.
They have to have the ending for the needle too. Because they're going down on lands now, right? Like
Right. So do you glimpse here or
I'm gonna wait.
you just play the saga and
Yeah.
okay. I mean, well the fact that you have Maya they can just sack the chasm at any time. But they do not have the option to
Yeah. The
copy
backup plan is
chasm with
decent is
test
talking
position.
about. Go ahead.
No, I said they don't have the option to try to copy chasm with stage.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, did you ever watch Tony Murata like stream?
I have. Recently too, actually. I popped by, I
He's
think, on Sunday.
he's such a master of like figuring out like lines with chasm and the
I
poses and
mean, yeah,
stuff.
he's probably the best post player in the world. I mean, I don't think I'm under over exaggerating there. I think he
No,
might be
no,
the
he's
best post player in the world.
probably.
Mhm. So we
Yeah,
have.
I was watching him play. Like he just figured out like I was looking. I was like, oh, you just conceded, right? And then like 4 turns later, he's got like a Ulamog in play, and the opponent's like, does he have an answer? It's like,
uh,
huh. I think if they have another flagstones, they can survive, right? Because they can go up in lands in play.
they can. It's a hard balancing act, right? Because like,
Oh, if we
this is
draw,
out too, right? So they can't just like kill us out of nowhere, presumably.
no, but if we draw Boseiju, then we win, right?
If we drop a stage, I think we straight up win. Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Mm. Okay. So do I guess
Notably,
no glimpse?
oh yeah, we gotta fire the glimpse now.
And that makes green mana too. No, make green mana. Make green mana. Oh, you don't have
Okay,
to.
okay, okay. Okay, I want to
No,
make
no, no. You don't
green.
have to. I was just saying.
That's pretty funny. The turning on our Urzusaka.
Oh, there
There
you
it
go.
is.
Um, hold on a second. Actually, that might be better. I think it might be better for you to the next turn.
What?
Yeah. Because they're gonna go
No,
below
no, no. I'm not once. I'm not
and
once. I'm not like we can't kill them anyways, and they can't get rid of the needle. So, okay, I don't think we want that. Like regardless, we don't need a Besager there. We can just do it now. I mean, sorry, we can do it next turn because it doesn't change the clock. And as far as I know, cannot remove this at instant speed.
yeah.
Not to mention doing it at instant speed and
And Popeye.
what's it called, making him air rage on the same turn.
What did you say?
I still find the twos.
Find the tunes.
Oh, the twos, like the number two.
Find the twos.
Yeah,
Okay.
the number two. And then put, and when you're done with the numbers, then put two.
All right, I think we have the win here now. Unless they have a way to
Okay.
copy the chasm. I don't think they run Basuva, so it'd have to be staged and they have to needle. They have to like do it at
Right.
instance. They would have to do it like awkwardly too, right? Like not knowing we have the Besager here.
Right. I think they're just gonna try to wasteland you again.
I don't think that's. I mean, this
You
is
know,
scary to be fair. Like
but
who
there's
knows?
also oh,
Go ahead.
no. I was thinking because their plan might be to get Knight of the Reliquary big enough, and then use Elvish Reclaimer to Sigiri Step Knight, and then attack you for 16.
Oh, fair, fair, fair. That's true. It's still a little bit away from that, but yeah, that is.
No, but
That's.
that doesn't take that long though, because so Chasm Sacrifice, that's 13, and then Fetch Land,
Um,
that's 14.
hmm
So like let's say if they draw like a wasteland off of the Sylvan Library, they can just wasteland themselves. That's 16 damage.
Right, I see what you're
But
saying.
then, but the thing is also the Chasm they can attack, so it's like so not now they're dead, right? Because
Now they're dead, yeah.
you just will sage away the Chasm and
hmm And I'm not gonna fetch anymore in case they have something, right?
right, this it, yeah. I mean that was the only thing I could think of. Like
Um,
I
I don't
mean
think
you can make a token, but it doesn't matter, I don't think.
we could, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I'm just
The
gonna
only
like,
thing that matters. Oh no, hold on a second. If
uh,
something goes really sideways,
uh,
you could
we could chump.
use the token to block. Yeah, because it's an artifact, so it's not one that can give protection.
Yeah.
Because the thing that they can do is to they can what you call, they can plow their own knight.
Oh, notably one mana.
Progenitors. Yeah, Progenitus is a legendary creature.
That's actually kind of funny.
You know, it's funny. I was looking at the because I still have my copies here on my desk,
Uh huh.
and I was trying to think of legendary creatures in elves.
Hmm.
Now, there you go. I guess that came
Teague
up. I
is the
guess
only one. But yeah, this is the second time I've been able to do this, and the other time I also forgot about it. It's just
it's
I
it's
never think
Gris. It's
about it.
Gris. Is Gris a legendary? Oh, Gris is a legendary creature too.
It's a planeswalker, no?
Ah, legendary planeswalker in play. Never mind.
I think here we
You just attack, right?
well they can't even block, but they can swords themselves for 4 damage.
Yeah, you just attack with Progenitus, and then if you had like a reclaimer, no, you don't have a. They have a
I think we
reclaimer
bash
too.
with
But
all actually.
I think they're gonna concede right now. I think you should start playing Rofellos.
They might swords their own guy, so I think we bash
Yeah,
with
but that
all.
but that doesn't matter though, Newton.
Why does
Because if
that
they
matter?
no, because if they sword their guy, they go like to 20 something.
No, the reclaimer is what I'm saying.
I think if they sword, they're gonna sword Knight of the Reliquary. I mean, I think you won anyways, but
I think I want anyways, but yeah, we're like overthinking what they could possibly have.
right.
What is going on here?
Yeah, they're gonna sword their Knight of Reliquary. They want to make it
Okay.
bigger. I guess it makes sense though, because now you're gonna put them at 10 life. No, they're gonna be below 10 life again. You're gonna be a 9. Okay.
Right, so it's lethal again. That's why I wanted to attack.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
And we already have a chump block in the token, so. Oh, okay.
They still can't do it though. Hang on a sec. I think. Hold on a sec. If they had Boseiju,
I forgot that's in their deck. That because they can't use it as well as because they're a two-color deck, right? We're a one-color deck, but yeah, I forgot they can play like one, maybe two copies.
right?
Our opponent is making us work for it for sure.
There's also like some version of Green White Depths are playing like 1 or 2 Life on the Loam.
Hmm. Sure.
What the
Oh, they
fuck?
screwed up.
No, no,
I mean, does it matter though?
no. No, don't even say that. I wouldn't even reply. Okay. Because I don't know, people like don't. Oh, that's what I was about to say. They could get excavated for
Oh,
the chasm. Uh,
okay. Okay, yeah, I forget. You can see my screen.
yeah, devoted druid combo. Currently, I don't know about that one. If they pass a turn, I'm gonna flip my table. I hate when people like say GG and then like
And then don't
keep playing.
GG.
Oh, no, draw the next card just in case.
Cradle.
And the
It didn't
next
matter.
one. Okay, so
Irrelevant.
okay, we went. Oh
Really
man,
funny matchup man, we just played right now. So far, the Mario good luck charm is continuing. 7-0, 14-0 so far in 7 matches.
Listen, hold on a second though. Man,
Uh,
it's awkward. Why'd you have to say it like that? Because
uh,
I think I'm gonna have to go. It's almost 1 o'clock here, and my son's sitting next to me, and he's gonna start making too much noise.
okay, no worries, man. Hey,
I'm I'm I'm,
always a
I'm
pleasure to
probably
have
gonna
you on. Huh?
yeah, I'm gonna be watching from my phone for a little bit, but I have to leave my office. I have to go to the room next door.
No worries, man. Hey, I'm. It was good catching up with you. I always enjoy our streams for sure, and especially since I know you heard it from me here first. Ramon is the best elf player in the world right now.
No, that's not. Oh, it's a honor hearing that from El Drummy himself.
But yeah, best wishes again to your your son and your wife.
All right, man. Thank you for you too, man.
All right, thank you, man. Take care.
See you guys later.
All right. On that note, I will take this moment now to go ahead and use the restroom. I'll be back in 1 minute. But yeah, with the Romario good luck charm, we are so far in this tonight. 7 matches played, 14-0. So what I mean by that is 2-0 across the board. Pretty nuts actually. This list feels really good, and I'm gonna go back to it as I come back. I'm gonna leave it up as I use the restroom. But so far we 5-0 and then we're 2-0 right now. All right, I am back, and I will. Let me see if Romario's still on the line. I think he's off already. All right, for those of you just tuning in now, it's nice to have OG himself, Francisco Politz. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly. Here in the chat, given that we are running pretty hot tonight, if I must say so myself. We have played exactly 7 matches, and okay, so we played exactly 7 matches, and our total game record right now is 14-0, which is kind of nuts. I don't think I've run this hot in a while. At least not with the percentage games won per se. Here's the new innovation to this list, which is just a very small Urza's Saga package. For those of you who are just tuning in right now, it's mostly so that Reclaimer has something to do in the non-Bog combo matchups. Namely, Pithing Needle tends to be very good when Bog is not, so that's kind of nice. You can just swap, Unfortunately, this is 2 cards instead of 1. I know I don't want to jinx it too much, but regardless, at least with Romario by our side, we got to run 14-0 at least so far. We'll see if we can continue it right now, but that is the new innovation to the deck, and I think the obvious question is how much, if at all, does this package help the deck? I think in the grand scheme of things, if you don't run, it's probably not a big deal. I think it's probably, in my opinion, a small upgrade, but again, not like a big deal if you don't run it. It is my gut feeling. The obvious other question is why not run more targets? Is because they're not good enough from my testing. Joe Fisher. This isn't a player that I dread running into, unfortunately. They tend to play non-meta decks, is the reason. which makes me very afraid. I know I jinxed it, right? Now I'm gonna lose to some concoction probably. They are on a different deck every time I've played against them, for whatever it's worth. Maybe today they surprise us. They're on Delver. Maybe they're gonna bolt our first, our reclaimer right here. Actually, I should have played Burden. Actually, I don't think it matters. I think both into reclaimer is. Oh my god. I definitely jinxed it. You gotta be kidding me. See, I jinxed it for sure, man. The odds that they are on Stifle Delver, I think, are low, only because the history, like I said, of playing against this player is they're on usually some non-standard deck. But who knows? Maybe I'm going to be proven wrong here. I think we have to run that out now, unfortunately. If they daze us, they daze us. If they daze us, they daze us. I thought they were going to ball us, but I guess not. Maybe they'd have another. Also, PSA, if you are a Delver player, please do not run Mountain. It is very bad. Do not run Basic Mountain. That is a PSA for you Delver players out there. The card is horrendous. You need to be able to catch it. I'm going to slip myself. You need to be able to cast your cantrips. There it is, right? I talked about, like, we're going to play against some shenanigans here. Too bad it has hexproof. Otherwise I would have just, slammed this. We'll pass the turn. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, every time I've run into this opponent, they have never played anything remotely even stock. So I guess the combo is, yeah, you Lotus Field, you stifle the trigger, right? That's pretty cool, I think. Now the question is, what do you do with this mana? I'm assuming they have some kind of untapped shenanigans, but maybe not. I don't know. Ugh, all right. Probably kill our Reclaimer, to be honest. If I were to guess. I think here we get the Arbor and just like take down Chandra. I think we have to get that off the board. One of the rare situations where you'll see me not get Gaia's Cradle. Actually, I screwed. Actually, it didn't matter. I think we just cast everything for whatever it's worth. Well, let me think. What are the odds they're gonna have like a random Murktide region in their deck? I suspect low, but you never know. I think we still play this though, and just like run everything out. That's another reason to actually play more dudes out, or dudettes, whatever you want to call it. In case they have a Planeswalker, right? I think we take the Narset off the board, hopefully. If that is a bolt, our hoof is no longer lethal. I hate it, but I think we have to play it safe. What are the odds they're gonna have main deck sweeper? I'm gonna say low. They did have stifle, but no blue. But so now we can play around the stifle. If they hold up blue, we'll just not get Huff. We can just like activate Shepherd or something. They might stifle here to be honest. That seems reasonable. Actually, that seems good. Not knowing that they may just be dead, right? Like, all right, now they're dead. This wins through one removal spell, so. Some weird matchups tonight, though. Actually, 8 cast is pretty popular. We just happen to be like super favored. All right. Don't think we want Archon in this kind of matchup. Well, we don't even know what their payoff is, right? It's a little scary. I think we get Progenitus. It's probably safer, but the problem is, like I said, I don't really know what the payoff is, and preferably not find out. Needle. In the dark, like what could they have? It's probably some kind of like Ugin or something big. I would imagine. I think Seize is probably good in this kind of matchup because it's like generic. You're gonna stop the shenanigans essentially, right? Yeah, I like thought. These are the type of matches I like Thoughtseize a lot because you just don't know what it's in their deck, right? You just like, and you rather not find out. I think Shepherd is probably bad. It felt like they were not really a blue deck, given they're playing Chandra. Needle could be okay, but I don't really like that in the dark. It seems a little bit narrow. You have to guess, right? But probably better than a Shepherd, to be fair. I don't think we have time to get to Saga, so I'm not even bothering. This could be like randomly relevant too, but probably game 3 if need be. And I think this is okay. Like the needle could hit Ugin, which is what I like. Like it feels like they're kind of some kind of ramp deck. Yeah, season to needle is pretty good. It's big game too for sure. Decent. I mean, speaking of the devil, right? Now we know what to needle, if it comes to it. These are the exact type of decks where, like, if you just don't know what they're on, I just like boarding in C's and just figuring it out that way. They're usually not on an aggro deck when you don't. So that's good too, right? If you don't know what they're on, like very rarely is your opponent gonna be playing some aggro deck and you haven't seen really anything by turn 5 or whatever it was, 6. I think here they're trying to stifle our fetch, so that's gonna play nicely into the C's. And if they waste us here, I don't think we care. They're probably playing actually Blood Sun too, now that I think about it. Because of the land, the Lotus land that they have. Our next turn is pretty good though. We're going to go Birchlore into Reclaimer into Green Sun. Most likely. I think here actually I want to lead with... probably still this. Yeah, it feels like their hand was like really all in. So who knows, right? Like... I think here we need a ramp. If they have a sweeper, it's like really bad for us, but I'm not sure we can really play around it. I know they have stifle because they just did nothing turn 1. We obviously are weak to Pyroclasm here, but what are we gonna do, right? Like not play our cards, especially when they forced already. Like what are they protecting? I wonder. There's an argument to be made to save the green sun. The problem is that they don't do anything. Like our board is not that great. I want to be able to do stuff the following turn. Ugh. All right, so that's probably what. Again, I don't think I would have ever guessed this, to be honest. It felt like a sweeper, but I just didn't really know what. At least it was a 2 for 3. That's not the end of the world. What did they pitch? Okay, they have 2 Furies. There is an argument to be made. Actually, I'm gonna do that. It's just safer. Like I hate it, but we have. Okay, that's like super scary, right? Like. Don't tell me they got the stifle right now. That would be disgusting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um, I think we have to hit land drops. A little bit regretting the playing the green sun already because he stifled the Lotus trigger. A little bit regretting the green sun because it did feel like they had a potential sweeper. But the problem is like I don't have any mana, right? If I do untap and they just are like protecting a combo piece, for instance. Three, four, five, six. It's like really scary right now. Oh my god. Why are they playing 3 Furies? Is my question. Oh my god. Yikes. These are some savage top decks from our opponent. Possible, you never know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine as what's in their list. So we have the chump here, unfortunately. But we can buy time, I guess. We lost more to... Yeah, they probably... I wouldn't be surprised if they had like 4 Furies or something. But we have to buy time for a natural order. Or just more visionaries is like pretty good too. Sure. Interesting that they played that right now. I wonder if there's an argument to be made. You hold on to that, but I don't know. Yeah, it could be anything, right? Like, who the heck knows? I think we... Ooh, we probably minus here, to be honest. Well, we'll once first, just to see. I think we get the Cradle. In case they answer our thing for some reason. I know it's playing it a little scared, but I think we have to take our chances. I know, it sucks, for sure. I do think, for whatever it's worth, bringing in Thoughtseize is correct. What is going on? It's like playing EDH almost. Sure. At least it got that done, right? Like, so to speak. Yeah, actually, we would have been blown out right now. With the, well, sort of, right? With a minus on the Fury. Man. Hopefully hit like a wirewood or something. That's okay. I think if it goes to game 3, I probably board very similarly. I think the Needle ended up being good. The Saga is probably good too. Now that we know more of what's going on in their deck. Sure. Fortunate. Drawing the glimpse at the wrong time. As tends to happen in these pseudo combo game states. Oh my god. Well, we're taking the Angraf off the board now, DC, for whatever it's worth. Our big boy Gris is gonna get the job done. Oh my god. Why? Yeah, Gris is a goodie. He's a good boy. That is scary though. I wonder, did they just play against all control decks? I don't know how this ever beats combo. I guess the Furies is why. I mean, aggro. I don't know. They're 2-0 for whatever it's worth. Unfortunately, we drew the Progenitus one turn too late, right? We wanted them to discard that potentially. Yeah, for sure. That's probably why they have the Furies, right? Because I just don't understand how this ever beats aggro or tempo game 1. That's a problem. Okay, good girl. We have a good girl here. They're targeting me. Interesting. Yeah, look, I think I can see it. Ah, the needle would have been nice. The needle would have been nice. Grist alt does look good right now. Well, not really, right? Like, they're at 19. It's not gonna deal 19, I don't think. And we can't get underneath the cage. Sure. We gotta get the Jace off the board though, but we can't. I don't even know if we can win, right? Like because of this bridge. Now they have two bridges. Sure, actually that's good. Yeah, she's the insect queen for sure. All right. With that said, I don't think we can win. Well, man, this is like real rough. What do we have in the sideboard still? I don't think we can win without Gris. So I have to plus here. Unfortunately. That's true. We still do have two Besajus. So maybe we can like take out the bridges later on if we have like a glimpse or something, but it's not looking great. I'm trying to think like a path to victory here, and unfortunately, oh my god, maybe we should just take out the Jace while we could have, but hard to say. No. The reason why we have to get Jace off the board so they can't answer this, right? Like we just I just didn't want to lose the grist, right? Because in case we can't deal with the what is, oh my god, this is like insane. Jesus. I mean, I would have boarded in trophy to be fair, anyways. Now we know we gotta leave in the what's it called? Now we know we got to leave in the Force of Vigors, though. Oh my god. They definitely can, Sadra. They definitely can. It's only 12 minutes. So the benchmark is by 8 minutes. They should be on game 3. And I think if they. No, we can't even fetch because of Blood Sun. Great. Yeah, Chandra. Like, we're playing against an EDH deck, essentially. We did lose our game win streak though, so that is definitely sad face. I'm not sure if we could have done anything differently here, given how the game played. I think the only thing is maybe don't walk into the Fury. But again, we didn't really know what was in their deck, right? Like it felt like they had a sweeper. Maybe we don't walk into the Fury the way we did, and save the Green Sun. This game might have, been winnable, but it's definitely out of reach now. Unless we get a Visionary here, then maybe we can claw our way back into this game. That's a start. We have to wait a turn. That's not enough ammo, so to speak. We're gonna drown from this Rouseric though. And Jace. they'll mill them. Probably not, but you know, 24 cards left. At least the Chandra is off the board. That is a relief. And they have 5 cards in hand now? Interesting. Oh, alright, that's still not. Interesting. Alright. I'm actually okay with that. What is the ultimate here? Do I need to, do I care? Oh yeah, I do care actually. Thank you for the follow, Capolo 42. I think that's Andrea. I believe that's Andrea. I think that. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly. Biagi. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, it is you. I'm glad I remember that. I'm terrible usually with remembering names and whatnot. Thank you for the follow, that damn network or Newok or Ewok. Sorry, read that too quickly. For those of you who are curious, actually, since we are a little in the slow part of this game, here are my socials again. You know, could be better. Actually, doing really well until this game right now. We were 7-0 in matches, and then entering with a 15 game win streak. Not match, but a game. But 7 match win streak, I guess, is probably the best way to explain it. And then we unfortunately stumbled across this. The question is, can we try to go off yet? And the answer, unfortunately, is still probably not. Well, I think we have to try now, given that we have the natural order in hand. We're playing against an EDH deck, more or less, Jonathan. They have multiple Furies. Yeah, and they're in the 2-0 bracket with us for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know what happened to their first 2 opponents, but maybe what's happening to them is happening to us now. Forced negation is unfair, right on cue, right? Jonathan is here. To be fair, we have been you know, taking care of our force of negation, what to call it, opponents, but we did not prepare for this deck at all. We went 5-0, perfect 5-0, 5-0, 10-0 in the first league, and at least so far this league we were 2-0, perfect again 2-0 as well. But our win streak is gonna come to an end. I don't see us winning this game here, even though I'm trying my best. Oh jeez, Black Knight at loot. I mean, I've lost to a standard deck before, so with elves, like this is like many years ago when like Delver was really good in standard. So for whatever that's worth, this is like Innistrad, I guess. Yeah. It's literally one ofs, right? Like I have not seen a repeat Walker yet. Oh, they played it earlier. I'm sorry, we discarded it here, right? You're talking about Professor Onyx. Yeah, they had that. Like it's literally EDH, like one of every Planeswalker. So how? Okay, we discard. Interesting. Interesting. Suddenly, we have a progenitus that can be live. Well, probably not. Our fetch lands are awkwardly off. Yeah, there is a chance suddenly. Like, our opponent might just draw out, which is like really strange. What's going on here? There goes our chance. It's actually kind of amusing though. So this match so far, and I wonder how they are gonna kill us. Like, I guess Chandra is like one way, right? Like, what else? It's gonna be a while. I think this is like potentially still a while away. I think elves is real good right now. Well, it's not even elves. It's really cradle control or cradle mid range, whatever you want to call it. It's really a cradle deck. It's not really an elf deck. I try not to call it elves anymore because that like inadvertently causes players to play this deck the wrong way. Like the way to generate mana is not with your elves. It's with cradle. Um, in most cases, if you don't have anything better to do, okay. In most cases, if you don't have anything better to do, what is it called? You just want to get Cradle on turn 2 with Reclaimer. Yeah, so Hoof is like real good, right? For the traditional clean kill. How long has this game been going on? They might just time out. The good thing is now we are literally a creature away. We don't at the moment, no. Not anymore. With the third ensnaring bridge, not anymore. We did with Sages, but we use one as a land drop. We did, unfortunately. It didn't feel like an endurance matchup, and I stand by it. Probably is not. Like endurance, I don't think does anything in this matchup, right? Oh, do we have an out suddenly? What is going on? What is going on? Our Gris is exiled. How did that happen? It must have been one of their planeswalkers. I forget which. I think they have some kind of emblem probably on now. I could be wrong. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they might just time out, right? It's like this. I don't know what's going on here. All right, so now we're there. That was game 2. As crazy as that was. I I usually don't play. Um, what's it called? I usually don't play for time, especially in leagues where just to me irrelevant. I think now that we've seen what they have, I definitely want the Saga. Um, Shepard just does not seem great here. Actually, possible we want one just to get under those ensnaring bridges. The Force seems good here. Actually, probably no Saga. One Shepherd is probably okay. I think Grish is probably good. Like, was very good actually. Was why we were even in the match. Um, I think we can. Hmm. I'm not sure about this card actually. It gets under a bridge, but not later in the game. I think we're not gonna play for that. I think if need be, we'll just force a vigor. um, those everages. Sure. I'm so happy to see Francisco here in the chat. The OG himself, the reclaimer, the modern reclaimer champion. So here we're gonna like. I guess it doesn't matter. We have like a whole bunch of fetches in our hand. Okay, it feels like they have stifle, but if they do, man, this is like actually kind of tough. We'll see if they have it or not. Sure. Okay. Oh, I should have attacked. Getting a little sloppy, or unhinged, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Amulet is a sweet deck for sure. I don't think I run out the needle. Like they have all one ups. Like one up. That's just okay. At least it's 2 for 2 this time. It's not too bad. So it wouldn't have mattered, I guess, because what it could have done was they could have stifled on their turn, but I think I'm okay with the way that turned out. I think we seize here. I'm just like afraid of what they have. Uh-huh. So Narset into Professor Onyx. Professor Onyx is not getting there for a while. Yeah, their hand is absolutely bad. Uh, do I needle here? Man, I don't even want to really. They cantrip. Yeah, let's see if they respawn, right? Like, oh, well, there you go. At least they can pitch their Scalding Tarn, right? Like, they might have few more, but they're mostly a blue-red deck. Ooh. I should have once there, so I can reclaim her as well, but I think that's okay. Ultra Punish with drawing the hoof, though. They're actually getting dangerously close to the Onyx. Actually, let's do it this way. They play that revealed Lotus. Yeah, that's true. I know, right? It could be Anger of the Gods time. I think here we bash and then hold up Reclaimer. Let's set up for Glimpse the following turn. Thank you for the follow, Oranger EW. So here we just take the Jace off the board. I know we could have a puppy cam, but unfortunately, I'd activate in response. Oh, sure, that's fair, but yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that's a good observation. My thing is, I wanted to protect the arbor just in case, but that's fair. Yeah, they missed land drop. We're gonna take the Jace off the board here. Well, it's even better than that, right? That's 3, 4 mana. Yeah, I agree. This is gonna go face. I could have attacked with the Arbor too, but I don't know what they have. Like, they could just like randomly have a daze. I think this is a must force. Yeah. So they did have the stifle. Looks like they're just. Ooh, they do have a clock now, which is a little scary. What is that card? He definitely had it here for sure. That's John is a welcome friend of the program, so to speak. We would be in potentially dangerous territory if they furied us again here. Yeah, for sure, Francisco. I agree. We really need to untap with a glimpse. I would feel a lot safer. Agreed. So they may attack here. We'll see. Yeah, I think when you're this far behind on clock, it's like game management, right? Like you have to be a little bit better, so to speak. Huh. Do we take 6 here? I feel like they could just echo us out of nowhere here, right? I'd probably just take 6. I don't want them to echo, and then we lose a card, right? A mana. It occurred to me that they can cast this now. So we know their hand. They just wanted to get one attack in, I guess. Yeah, they're. I don't know. Like they, I don't think our. I think our opponent usually plays these kind of decks, too. So, for whatever that's worth. Well, there's the bridge. I think we need the mana though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it this way. I'm gonna play the Passager even though it kills the bridge, because I think we're okay with that. Oh wow, that's an insane draw. Yeah, this is a really good. The Heritage is an insane draw right now. Mm. I have to be careful here to do it correctly. Do we ramp yet? I feel like we should. And then we just pass the turn, I guess. The nice thing is we get an end step once upon a time. So we can just deal with the cage. I mean the E bridge. Sure. So we're gonna dig deep now for the Boseiju. Hit the E bridge and well, we're gonna hoof first and then hit the beat. It does look nice here. I feel like they probably have permission, but we have a Thoughtseize, so that's okay. Irrelevant card, unfortunately. I think before we do anything, we seize. I don't think we care necessarily about the stifle. I think we definitely take the Professor Onyx because it could matter. Well, there it is. Is it lethal? I think it is. I'm not gonna mess around too much. Yeah, so we got the kill. Our opponent typed GG. It was good to not get careless there because if we did it the other way, they can stifle our hoof trigger. Boseiju is a hell of a card for sure, and I mentioned this before. It's the best card for elves since Once Upon a Time. All right, we are now. We got our first game loss of the night, unfortunately, but still 8-0 in matches so far. Given that that was quite the long match right now, I'm gonna put up my deck list again here and just take a quick restroom break. I think it's also ridiculous in elves because we're a mono green deck, so we can play 3 copies. I know, right? I have no idea. Sadra. So I want to mention one thing since our boy Jonathan is here. Some of y'all already know, but Force of Negation is an unfair card. So hopefully modern, will one day be saved from the ruins that has been caused. Endurance is truly unfair too. That's true. We're playing a lot of unfair cards in our sideboard here. These free spells, right? What was I gonna say? We were playing even more. Okay, speaking of some fire cards, another one that is a new addition to the deck. Yes. Okay. Since we're talking about some unfair cards here, we'll start with the main deck first. Some fire cards in Boseiju, Allosaurus Shepherd, obviously. Reclaimer is a fire card, and then to me the best fire card in the deck is Once Upon a Time. Gris is like fire, but it's like tame compared to the others, if that makes sense. Endurance, obviously these 0 mana, but can be a 3/4 randomly. Fire. Gris is probably what it should be, right? Like just only good in one specific deck, just like not inherently gross. The passive is completely gross, to be fair. Godfather of Combo himself even mentioned, acknowledged the passive is one of the most broken ever in terms of Gris's passive, being a creature. Reclaimer, I mentioned obviously. I think the way I would rank it, at least in terms of elves, is for fire. Obviously, Once Upon a Time is just completely broken. Reclaimer is probably on the same level as Once because both of these increase consistency, and then one in the tier 2, so to speak, right? This is like the S tier like bracket. Once Upon a Time and Reclaimer. The tier A bracket, if you want to call it, or tier B, whatever, or tier 2, is like the overtly broken cards, which are like Shepherd, Endurance, Boseiju. And then in the tier 3, right, the has a very specific use is like Gris. And like probably on the this is broken too. We just don't even use it that well, but we're even running it now. The Urza Saga. That's probably actually tier A, tier S tier as well. It's just our deck doesn't really use it very well because why get a Saga when you can get a Guy's Cradle? Because similar to Reclaimer and similar to Once Upon a Time, it is a consistency improving tool, right? It gets your hammers, it gets your Amulet of Vigors, big time card in like pretty much every Eternal format, Modern, Legacy, and Vintage. So far 8-0 tonight. We'll see if we can keep it going. I think yes and no, Francisco. So my wife pointed this out. So my day job is I'm an electrical engineer, but I work for Boeing, who works for NASA. So technically speaking, she pointed out one day, actually, I am, while not a traditional rocket scientist, technically speaking, I am because of I work for aerospace. What's it called? Yeah. So I'm a rocket scientist in the sense that I'm an electrical engineer that happens to work on rockets, if that makes sense. Not plane, actually. I don't work on any of the planes because that's commercial. I'm strictly in aerospace. Yeah, we gotta do this Brazilian steakhouse scene. So it has felt like an eternity since we actually saw Mulligan Hand, because that game was so long. This is barely keepable, I think. This is barely, I think, keepable. Like the glimpse is not great. I think this is like borderline. But I don't like them also. I know Francisco is saying like the three of us can hang out. We can talk about force of negation being unfair if you're over here, John. And we could bet. Oh man, we really did not want to hit a land there. This needs to be like a reclaimer or something. I think we take the Wirewood, but it's like I take it begrudgingly, right? We probably lost. Our hand is like kind of bad, but we'll see. Like I really needed to not hit a land drop on the first draw there, but maybe we'll be okay. If you like to punish blue, I've been telling this to Jonathan for a while. This is definitely the channel to be at. We routinely critique that force negation is unfair, and we play a deck that nickels and dimes these blue players, and they wonder why would Wiz ever create a creature that makes the return of Visionary part of the cost. So yeah, that is one way to punish blue. I would also like Monkey to be back in the format for very selfish reasons because the card doesn't do anything against elves. For very selfish reasons. Like, if they want to steal a Heritage Druid, be my guest. You'd be surprised how much hate not Heritage, Allosaur Shepherd gets. You would be surprised. Ooh. A little bit dicey to fire off the Glimpse here. I think what I'm gonna do is Green Sun and see what they do. This could be Shepherd, this could be Wirewood. It really depends what they think we are doing here. I think we take the Wirewood. We're not gonna risk them playing removal during combat, and then we're just gonna bounce and then replay the Visionary for value here, right? They could have Dress Down, which would be annoying, but luckily they don't. All right. We will see what they have. It will be super annoying if they have like a Hull Breacher turn 3, but I'm not sure there's anything we could do with that. We're just hoping that's okay. There we go. Now there's no Hull Breacher log, and next turn, our once very bleak hand, not bleak, dicey is probably the right word. They're missing land drops, so they're in big trouble in my opinion. Now looks significantly better. We're not going to bounce here because we need the mana, but I'm going to pause here because I've realized when I'm too quick to fire off the Glimpse, they know we have something good, so I'm going to wait actually a little bit and then fire off and see if that affects what they do. Okay, it didn't matter because, again, too many cards in hand, right? Like, I think here we fire it off again. Good question, Orange Rue. Probably pretty soon. I was busy. I was really tired yesterday, so I didn't show up. But maybe next week. I think we just play that. Hit ideally an elf here. Not quite. There you go. I think our hand is now, we're in like very good shape now, I think. Can draw up, a bunch of cards. This is secretly, I hate to admit this, but Cradle control is secretly hashtag blue deck, right? We control the board, and then killing our opponent is just trivial, right? We don't actually need to draw up our whole deck, but we can. Yeah, GB control, right? I think it stops here. A modest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. 8 cards actually, including the Visionary itself. Again, this is why I don't think you need Nettle Sentinel, because how often are you gonna lose when you've triple Ancestral Recall, so to speak? Our opponent has to, yeah, it's the over, right? Like, the irony was we weren't even that happy with our opening hand, and our first draw was not great either, and then these two just cleaned up the hand, so to speak. Let's see, I have some missed messages. What is going on here? 1 second, gotta respond. All right, it was they. Okay, what did we see so far? We saw Tundra. We didn't see green. My gut feeling is they are on like the Hull Breacher type style decks. So I don't think I want Endurance or the Graveyard Hate here. I think I want Thoughtseize. Also, in the dark, it tends to be better. Progenitor is obviously very good here. And we actually leave in 2 Heritage Druids here because we just don't have enough to board in, right? Like, I don't think this is a Saga matchup either. But we'll see. If they are on Bant, for sure, I definitely think so. I don't think like the card is bad a lot of times, but it's kind of a necessary evil, Sadra. It's our broken card. So it's the deck that it's actually the card, in my opinion, Heritage, and besides Cradle, obviously. It's the card that makes us feel like a combo deck when we need to be. Otherwise, like we just lose that aspect, and especially with combination Maestro Jonathan Zhang here, we have to do our best turn 1 impersonation, right? Obviously, not gonna always work out. We can't technically turn 1 anybody, although turn 1 Reclaimer a lot of times is a turn 1 combo, right? But here, I think given that we have a payoff and Visionary, we want to just ramp. Against these unfair graveyard decks, this is a 1-card combo. Similar in the vein to, well, not as good, but similar to Deathrite Shaman. I sucks, I know, Jonathan. I feel bad for unfair. Is technically dead in Legacy too. There's no reason why lands should be doing well right now. That tells me combo is just straight up dead. I think here. That mountain actually really scares me, and I wonder if they have Pyroclasm. I think we play this. If they have it, we have to draw it out. So I'm just gonna play it. Like, because if they just have a removal spell, then it's like really awkward, right? But I feel like we're gonna get Pyroclasm right now. I'm hoping they just play removal here, but I think we're gonna get Pyroclasm. Yep. It's gonna be a 3 for 2, so to speak, because the Visionary drew. Argument to be made. I just don't even play the Reclaimer, but I think in the event that they don't have the Pyroclasm, I think we. Oh wow. Maybe they will cast it after the Brainstorm. Interesting. What is going on? How can they not Pyroclasm here if they have it? Alright, that's fine. I think we bash with the Visionary, and then I'm like, it feels bad to like run the Arbor out when they could have it. I think we still do though. It's like really awkward sequencing for us the way they're playing. Dress down? No. Okay, that's kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah. So Jarvis has been on Delver because Delver is always good. Hashtag blue. Force of negation is unfair, right? Are they just missing white? Is that the issue? What am I gonna pitch here? It could be. I think that's probably safe. Like we get less blown out. It's less explosive, but we get less blown out by Staticaster here. I am very nervous about what's going on here. We technically have a hoof, but yeah, we'll see, I guess. It could be just Breacher too. Like it's hard to say. I'm just gonna go for the kill. If they have something, they have something. It could be, yeah. Wow, okay. I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, now they're just straight up dead. I think they probably have all white cards, is my guess, in their hand. And they tried to get us with the, like, back to basics of Blood Moon, and it just backfired, is my guess. It's a very strange game. Yeah, basic mountain, one of the worst lands possible. I don't really know what is going on, but I don't want to jinx myself too much. But we are on the verge of something I have not done in quite a while, which is the back-to-back on stream. I think the only time I've ever done it was actually 2020 Christmas Eve, and that brings back good memories because I remember the very next day, Francisco, since he's here, had a really cool, Christmas elves stream with his brother and playing my list too, so that was pretty sweet. We could, yeah, it could be the back to back here, but definitely had fond memories of that because, like I said, we went 10-0 that day. Granted, not perfect, and we were not perfect here, but and then Francisco played the Christmas, played elves on Christmas, which is definitely on theme, so to speak, right? Can we please punish Delver player? We did earlier in the which one was it? I think it was our first matchup here. I Kata. It was beautiful for sure, and I think I could be wrong, but I think Francisco that day also played like red, green, and modern just to be thematic, so to speak, right? So Orange Ryu, everybody kind of knows this already. The secret has been that Elves has been really struggling with Delver lately, and I must say that if anything, Delver has been punishing Elves. But we're don't call it a comeback because we never really left. We just we're going through a rough patch, at least from everything I've been hearing. But adjusted the sideboard correctly now. I am back up to 2 run afoul because got to fill the void of Assassin's Trophy as removal for Murktide region somehow. Right, the random loss tonight in a game was the most brewish of brew decks in the league. No worries, decent. I would have felt guilty. Yeah, I especially people. Okay, since we have Disa here, Disa subscribes to my Patreon, and based on the fact that he's a returning customer, I would assume that he likes the content. And if you can vouch for me, that would be great here. Oops, what did I do? I mental Freudian slip, right? Hashtag blue. But those are my socials. You can get a hold of my Patreon there. YouTube obviously is probably the best place to start. All my videos for the leagues are posted free. on YouTube, and especially this video is gonna be pretty nice. At least so far we've got based on the games that we have had. But that's probably the best place to start. You want to learn the deck, and then Twitter. Obviously, you can get updates from me, and then I think honestly, in terms of importance of learning the deck, I probably have YouTube 1, Patreon 2, and then Discord 3. But the Discord, you do get benefits because if you are a Patreon subscriber, there is like additional benefits there. Definitely not. I don't. I would imagine Decit's elf collection looks a lot nicer than mine. Especially since mine is like super outdated. If I bring up my list, I'll be the first to cop that I don't even have the Masages yet. I only recently picked up the Shepherds and the Endurances during Black Friday, and that's like, only a few months ago. And then obviously I don't even have Saga yet because who would have known that you can reclaim her for a Saga and it's like still pretty good, right? Yeah, I think Force of Vigor is one of those cards like in this deck it can be anywhere from 0 to, in the extreme case, maybe 3, but more likely 0 to 2 copies. I should have a redemption thing. I just didn't. I wasn't sure if it was worth it so far because of the one. I'm just not like good at knowing those how to work those. I gotta ask Inigo for his advice how to help me, but yeah, Full Shepherds. Oh god, I gotta. So see, the thing is like it's awkward. I picked up 4 Shepherds because Eternal Weekend we ran 4, and I think for me at least, the correct number is 3. I don't really like having 2 copies, so to speak, because the secret about elves is you actually really want to attack their mana. This is like obnoxious gameplay, obviously, but not really what you want to be killing like turn 1, for instance. It's like not great, in my opinion. Oh, dang. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, give a third. I have. That's true. So the thing is, like, I could give it to a viewer. That's true. Unless I choose to use it for. It's like not, for sure that I will never go back to Shepherd. I think Shepherd is like a card that is definitely, very good. And especially if you're newer to the deck, I probably would play for that version because it's more, training wheels. You'll get off the ground a little bit quicker. There's less to. It's more like training wheels. It's probably the best way I can explain it. And then you move like either an endurance or collecting to the sideboard, and it simplifies a lot of the learning curve because the deck is very difficult. But I also think the first collective is kind of insane. And if anything, I would move maybe the endurance to the sideboard. So yeah, speaking from turn 1 combination maestro himself, Jonathan Zhang, nothing catastrophic will happen. You can't have 2. Well, what would happen is you have 8 Allosaurus cards, right, in the same format, plus 4 summoners, right? Like, what bad could happen, right? All right, we are playing against somebody who is 1 and 3. That actually makes me more nervous. Elves does not want to be in the 1 and 3 bracket, from my experience. So we shall see. I know it's probably some kind of like turn 1 deck, and we're just gonna get it handed to us right now, right? Or to be fair, it could be somebody hopefully learning a deck and is 1-3 playing a good deck that they are inexperienced with. That is another option. Vista screams control to me. Hopefully not show and tell. And then here, I would just start playing out dudes. I don't think Vista and Days are a combination, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess I am wrong. Alright, I will let that float. I know, right? Prismatic Vista and Days, what is going on here? The good thing is, yeah, we got wrecked right now by that Days, but at least they are behind on mana. So not the end of the world. I'm actually not like we're like still we have 5 permanents in play. They have none, right? Uh-oh. Oh my god, we got wrecked. Oh my god. That is what I get for not playing the Cradle and not. What the heck is going on? But we can't even top deck natural order. What is going on? Yeah, this is like not good for us, I think. I'm really afraid of being the 1 in 3 bracket because this could happen, right? Like the random days. Whoa. Okay. I feel like we just go for it, right? If they have it, they have it. Thank you for the follow, Mountain Dew. Hopefully not, though, but we'll see. Oh, actually, I screwed that up. I screwed that up. Thank you for the follow, True Nightmare. I cannot get Hoof because there's the Torpor Orb. So I'm going to get the Archon and aim instant. Yeah. I caught it a little late. I should have got Shepherd, but I screwed that up. I think we just bash here. It might still be okay, but we'll see. They could. Oh, I think what's gonna happen. I screwed that up. I should have got Shepherd. They're gonna get a Aether Spell Bomb now, and we're screwed. Oh, I picked the wrong time to get sloppy here. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay, that's why. I think we're still gonna win, but I could be wrong. Like, I'm not. I wonder if they have an out to the Archon. Please do not spell bomb me. Oh, that's kind of funny, actually. We shall see. Actually, there's an argument to be made. Well, they don't know about this, but we'll see, I guess. I probably should not have played the land. Like, getting real loose here, to be honest. I think we do it now. They can't stifle this. Yeah, alright. Did not play very well there. I'll be the first to admit. Granted, I do not know what is going on with their deck. Oh, that's true. That's true. Obviously, I've not played this matchup all that often. So you got me there. I definitely forgot about the stifle. You cannot stifle the. I'm like playing around that for no reason. Glad to see Frankie here, by the way, in the chat. True Nightmare. For those who don't know, I think he GP'd, top 8 of GP LA, I think a couple years ago. I forgot what he was playing, but. There you go, there you go. I think we definitely want the Force of Vigor. I think, what do they have? I forget what is in their package, if we want Needle or not. We probably want the Progenitus, I think. because of Spellbomb. I don't think we want the Bog. We don't have much, to be honest. Thank you for the follow, Colin. I know, right? Like, just speaks to the power level of this card and Reclaimer, right? There you go. Grixis Death Shadow in GPLA. So, obviously, I'm not a modern expert by any means. If anything, my mentor would be like Francisco and Jonathan Zhang. Will Kruger also, if he's not in chat right now, but he is the real X Whale for those curious. What is that GP? I know, right? What is that? Let me think. I think we. What do they even needle? I mean, what do they even have? Like probably that retrofitter or something. I guess we want the bog. I don't think we want the oof, to be honest. I think probably like this. Yeah, I mean it's reasonable enough, I guess. What is coming back on the 31st? I'm curious. What is coming back? Oh, actually, the event is right. The legacy thing is the 31st. The GP, not the GP, the PTQ. Wow, this is a very very good opening hand. I think outside of maybe the Bayou, like being like a Reclaimer or something, it's like as good as it can get. Now we know they have Stifle, so I'm not gonna like walk into the Stifle here. Uh, the Shepherd seems very good here. It feels like a Stifle to me. Like turn one island, do nothing. Especially since they're the Stifle not deck, right? A Confidant? What's going on? Alright, I think we want the Shepherd to force the Glimpse through. And now we can just like... Given that we draw at least a few cards... Hopefully hit another one drop. Nope, not quite. And we'll bash. Actually, no. We can once. I don't want to bash. Thoughtseize, sure. I'm a little bit nervous because we're so close to something we have not done in a very long time, like I said. Sure. At least there's no Plague Engineer right now, right? Like, that is one good sign that they Thoughtseized us. Ooh, that's annoying. Do we do something in response here? If we bounce, we can play the Once Upon a Time. The answer is probably not, to be honest. I don't want to give them information what this is going to be. Oh, wow, okay, they're playing scared then. That's the scared play, in my opinion. Alright. I think we don't even do anything. We're a little bit short. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana for Hoof. Let me think. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have to bounce 1, 9. I feel like we could just jam here, to be honest. Like it has to be removal into force. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we bounce 9. Well, actually, no. I think Francisco might be right because we would only have two attackers, and then that's like vulnerable to removal. I think I agree. So we can visionary here. Well, actually, I'm gonna do it this way. I want our Cradle to tap for more mana. Oh, okay. So I'm glad we played it safe then. I am super glad we played it safe because they just stifled the fetch for some reason. I know, right? Francisco, people don't know this, is also an honorary elf player, right? Actually, I want to do it the other way. Oops, that's not what I meant. This way. We can do it one more time, I guess. There's a lot of cards here. Dark Confidant, having a deal with our Ancestral Recall over here. Alright. That's all the... I think we just do this just to be safe. It hedges a little bit. We could just get Engineer here, to be honest. This Force of Vigor looking kind of good, right? I know, right? Now they're well, okay, there you go. Woo! Wow. We went 10-0, 20-1 in games. Jesus. Oh. I know that's pretty hilarious. So, ironically, the one game we lost was to a random Lotus Field deck. But this we didn't really see Saga do too much work, but the Needle was quite good a few times. And why I think it's like I know, right? Let me go back to the collection. That's pretty funny. So I have like multiple accounts. People are aware of this, and I just use some of the other accounts to store all the other nonsense that I have. This is like the stuff I've been working on lately, and Voyager Staff is a card I just tried last night. It is horrendous. It is absolutely horrendous. I hated it like right away when I drew it against Delver. It just was like a horrible draw. I'd rather just have the safety net of the just like one mana removal spell, even if you can't find it, because this is just not good enough. I think even Shadow Spear, like, it's too much mana. You get blown out by removal, right? This is actually like, in theory, would have been a card I could bring in against Delver. The problem was it's just not good enough, and I'd rather just board in good cards against Delver. So it has applications against Hate Bear decks, like, in theory, you can like tutor this up and like blink out the Eidolon for the turn you're gonna go off, or Plague Engineer, or Canonist, Spirit of the Labyrinth, whatever, right? But in practice, if you draw this card, it's game losing, and you just don't tutor it fast enough. Whereas Needle is, I think, more relevant because you can go like turn one against combo, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Reclaimer and something else, turn 3 Draw Step, activate Reclaimer if you haven't drawn anything relevant, get Saga, and then turn 4 Needle there, sneak attack, Thespian Stage, whatever. So at least it plays better than the other card, because what I've realized is in the non-bog matchups, Reclaimer is kind of a liability. It's like the worst. It's the worst it can be against the combo mirror when bog is not relevant. Have constructs mattered? Yeah, it mattered earlier this league. being colorless was pretty relevant against their Knight of the Reliquary in case they try to Sajiri steep us and like for lethal. So that mattered one time during the league. Besides that, having another mana source has been relevant. Like the mana denial deck against this version of Cradle Control. I'm gonna go ahead and just rename this, right? Well, it's GB Rock Control. I think I like what is it called, Cradle Control better, right? It's really a Cradle deck. I don't want to mislead the audience here, but it is really Cradle Control. It's first and foremost a Gaia's Cradle deck. Like I think it's silly now not to run 4 Once Upon a Time because you just want Cradle at all times, right? Like 4 Once Upon a Time, 4 Reclaimer, 4 Green Sun Defiant Reclaimer, and 4 Cradles. Like what, 16 Cradles? What do you call it? Like, there's 16 Candles, the old school, Coming of Age, a movie, I guess. And then there's 16 Cradles, right? And before we were probably 99% all Cradles. Now we're truly oops all Cradles. So yeah, I think Once Upon a Time too broken not to run 4. The Cradle taps for even more mana if it's the OG Urza Saga version. That's true. That's true. And I again want to give out shout out to the OG Reclaimer, Godfather himself. Francisco was the person that told me I gotta upgrade to these Cradles because they tap for more mana, right? Like called me out on it, deservedly so. Especially since this deck has treated me very well, time I treated very well, and upgraded to the nice Cradles instead of the janky promo ones that I had. I know for sure. So for those of you who are not unaware, I'm gonna go and actually bring up the janky ones that I had before and embarrass myself a little bit, but that's how you progress, right? You get shamed into this is the version that I had before. I think it was this version, and so much nicer when you have this nice OG Urza Saga Cradle. Yeah, so I know, right? It is surprising that nobody called me out before Francisco. I will cop to that. Since then, the second person who called me out was Jarvis, and of course that is fitting because Jarvis is a Lands player, so of course takes great pride in his nice version art of the land, so to speak. But I was playing this really janky version before because I just did not want to pay the extra $13 or whatever it is. Yeah, so I think budget is one thing, but then Jarvis called me out. He's like, "Man, you don't have an excuse." Like, especially after winning the showcase qualifier, and then shout out again to Francisco for being for one streaming that event that day. I didn't realize that at the time, but so I got to watch the replay from his angle afterwards. But being for such a good have good sportsmanship, right? And then extending the congratulations to me. He was my opponent in the finals. So, it's full circle, right? And I actually am glad that I played against Francisco that day because since then have been good friends with Francisco. I'm still looking forward to the day we meet, even though we live in California together. But definitely have had great conversations with him and even played, his baby, so to speak, for the Mox, which is the green-white Reclaimer deck. And for those who don't know, Francisco is the inventor of that green-white Reclaimer deck that eventually got banned in Modern, by the way. That as in Field of the Dead, so it got banned. So definitely full circle on that. But man, pretty sick stream tonight. We almost had the perfect 10-0, 20-0, but wasn't meant to be. Lost to the Lotus Field player, such as in life. But anybody have questions for the stream, for me? This list, honestly, just actually probably easy. Yeah, actually, this is probably better. They essentially ramped, and we just could not stop their planeswalkers in the late game. In game 2, but we did get game 3, luckily. But the deck I think felt really good, to be honest. I think again, this is like the new addition to the deck, the one Saga, one Needle. I don't think it's like a must to play. I do think it's good. I definitely would not play anything other than Needle. Everything, all the other targets I've found to be very bad. Thanks, Dukes. Glad to have the OG Godfather of the Sylvan Syndicate himself on here. Dukes, myself, I guess Jason Murray, and who am I forget? And Tony Murata, I guess, is the council, so to speak, of the Sylvan Syndicate. That's true. How I probably played the cost of the 5-0, right? Like that would be fitting. But yeah, I think if you're interested in this deck, here I'm gonna post my account links again here. But man, we went 10-0 today and 20-1 in games. Kind of a ridiculous stream, to be honest. And I haven't been this hyped up for a stream in quite some time. And really happy everybody kind of stayed the whole time to see us, close out, right? So, Duke, I know you're just tuning in right now, but we are just wrapping up. We did drop one game, but we went 10-0 in matches and 20-1 in games. It's just kind of unreal tonight. Did anybody have? Okay, so yeah, the Patreon I think is like useful. The YouTube, obviously the Discord. The nice thing about Discord is you get access to this channel if you're a Patreon subscriber, and I think Decent being the channel here can vouch. I think the Patreon has been very useful. I know, right? We ran so hot today, like back-to-back 5-0s on stream, something we have not done in over a year. I know for sure. Anybody have any questions about the list? I know this is probably gonna get the most questions of anything, and probably the run of fouls because I did not run them for a while, but I do think like I was not respecting Delver enough, and I realized a lot of Delver players are now just like treating the matchup like a burn. They're playing their deck like a burn deck, and I've been having some trouble with that. So this is to shore up that matchup, and I really hate the natural order package. I think you will not be able to cast a 4-drop in time against Delver, in my opinion, unless the game's already over. So that is my logic for running the run of fouls, right? Like couple with 3 endurances, 2 run of fouls, and the 1 saga, which is just another land. I'm able to fully board out the natural order package and collect your oof, which is what I want to do. I don't want. I tried Leyline the other day. I think it's really gimmicky. The first force is like very relevant because of these lock pieces that people rely on, namely either ensnaring bridge or like a pithing needle on Beseju, because for instance it's like relevant against Cloud Post. They will needle your Beseju and suddenly you can't win, right? So the first one is like super important in my opinion. Also, it just maps like straight up better against DNT because we don't really have anything, right? Like 1, 2, 3 cards against DNT where we want to board out Bog, Endurance, and then like at least we get to board out 1 Shepherd, right? But it gives us another card to board in essentially. So I like the first Force of Vigor a lot because there are some games that are probably going to be unwinnable without it. Namely the ones where you need to drop your deck because of Glacial Chasm, right? And they like needle your Beseju for whatever reason. Any other questions? Let's see who's streaming right now. Who should I raid? So some options are the Ham TV, Zan Zaid, I think that's how you pronounce it. The Will Hall, let's see, XYZ Principal. Looks like it's Rhinos in Modern. There's a Defore Drafting and Ash Lizzle. That's what it is. Jun Shamans. Not too familiar with that. Blue Robot is on Magic Arena Draft. So any, I guess, request is probably the right word. Otherwise, I tend to like to raid. I tend to like to raid. What is it called? People with lower follower counts because I know people help me out that way. So if there are no requests, I will raid the blue robot here with 33. So let's do that. But again, pretty sick stream. I'll post this up on YouTube, but probably the sickest stream that we've had in quite some time in terms of results, fun, you name it. Like also we got the all the mentors here, right, so to speak. We got Francisco, we got Jonathan Zhang, the modern people I defer to. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's raid Who did I say? Blue Robot. All right. And thank you again for everybody who tuned in tonight. If you want to support me, you can also give us a subscription using Amazon Prime or your own hard-earned money. Either way, there's Patreon too. I am glad that's going pretty well for myself. And good night, everyone.